Hello everyone. So I'll keep this a really short and simple video. I need your help. In fact, the free-to-play community needs your help, but I also need your help because I'm a part of the free-to-play community. A new poll has come into the game about the Skull Scepter, which I'll pull up in a sec. And actually, I'll do that right now. I'll hop over to my main. That was my free-to-play account cooking in the background, going for 99 cooking, but if we look at this poll here, scroll down, there are three questions about the Skull Scepter. The first one is asking, should we upgrade the Skull Scepter from 5 to 10 charges? And then for members, the Varrock Diary tiers will increase those charges all the way up to 26, depending on the tiers that you completed. So that basically means that they're polling the Skull Scepter charges going up from 5 to 10 for free-to-play players, and then if you remember, those charges will go up the more of the Varrock Diary that you do. And then the most important ones, so that one I would like you to vote yes as well, but that's okay. The two main ones that the free-to-play community has been asking for since 2015, essentially since free-to-play came into Oldschool Runescape, is this one, which is, should we allow players to crush Skull Scepter pieces into tradable, stackable chunks? These chunks can then be used to charge the imbued Skull Scepter. And then the other one is, should the Skull Scepter no longer be destroyed on death? Now, currently in free-to-play, if I go back over to my free-to-play account, it's probably done cooking right now. In free-to-play, the Skull Scepter, when you die, it dissolves. So you have to spend hours essentially rebuilding the Skull Scepter by getting the pieces back together in the Stronghold security. And also, to charge the Skull Scepter, you need to acquire these, which are untradeable. There's different bits of the Skull Scepter, so that's one. So these ones you get from Ankus, and these ones you get from Flesh Crawlers, and then the other ones you can get from Minotaurs and Kabutops, and these can be used to charge the Skull Scepter to give it more charges. But currently they're untradeable. With this new poll, what they would essentially polling is they would make these pieces tradable by turning them into chunks, and then you can trade other players for them. And this is a really huge update for free to play, because at the moment, as you can tell, you can't use the Skull Scepter efficiently because the pieces necessary to charge them are currently untradeable. But if they become tradable, then you can teleport and buy teleports essentially at your own free will to go to the barbarian village. And this is a huge update for free to play. So what I'm asking my community to do is to vote yes to all three of those questions. So update the Skull Scepter for free to play from 10 to 10 charges, to make the Skull Scepter pieces in the Stronghold security tradable, and to also make it so that when you do die with the Skull Scepter in your inventory, it doesn't degrade, it doesn't disappear, it doesn't get destroyed. If you guys vote yes to this would be a huge update for free to play, because it would essentially change the rune crafting meta for free to play. And this is something I'm not normally for. I don't really like it when updates come into the game that change the meta game for skilling, because I like skilling to be as challenging as possible. But in free to play, it's not so much as this update would make it wouldn't make rune crafting easier. It would just make it less tedious. Rune crafting in free to play would still be extremely difficult to train, but with this update coming into the game, it would make it less tedious, because then we could charge our Skull Scepter essentially at free will. Obviously, Iron Man won't be able to do that because they can't trade other players, but for accounts such as myself, it would make rune crafting less tedious. And this is something that we've been asking in the community for essentially since free to play came into the game. I started playing free to play back in 2017, and that was 3 years ago. And even back then, the free to play players that I'm a part of in the free to play community, I'm part of Pause's CC, and there are a few other clan chats for people who play free to play specifically as like their main account in their main game. Even back in 2017, I was hearing conversations about how they want to make the pieces in the Stronghold security tradable, and up until this moment, Jagex haven't polled it, but now they are polling it in poll 73 for the game. So I will end the video here by asking you guys once again to please vote yes to these questions. This is a huge update for free to play, and we have badly wanted it in the game for literal years. Some people have been waiting for this update for over 5 years. For me, it's coming up to 3 years, and if this poll doesn't essentially pass, then I don't think Jagex will ever poll these questions again, simply because of how long it's taken them for them to actually put it into a poll. So everyone in the free to community is very, very eager for you guys to help us in the members game, because even though most of us own accounts that have membership, we are a very niche and small community in the game. We are outnumbered by the member community. So we are asking you guys to do us a favor by voting yes in this poll. Other than that, I was planning to upload my 25th episode for Max this week. I'm probably going to delay that until next week now. And I'll see you then. But yeah, please vote yes to this poll. It's a huge update for the game, and we badly want these to come into the game and pass in the next poll. So please do your part and vote yes.